Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something so many of us feel in our bodies before we can even put words to it. Why do I feel responsible for everyone? Why do I feel guilty resting? Why does everyone's mood feel like my job to manage? Why do I carry the weight of my family's emotions, problems, and expectations, even when no one asked me to? If you grew up in a Brown family, chances are you were praised for being accommodating, understanding, mature for your age, and selfless. You learned early how to read the room, keep the peace, and put your needs on the back burner. And now, as an adult, you might feel exhausted but unable to stop, anxious when someone is unhappy, guilty when you choose yourself, responsible for fixing problems that aren't yours, and afraid of being seen as selfish or disrespectful. Let me say this gently. You didn't become this way by accident. You were trained into it by generations of survival. Today, we're going to unpack generational trauma in Brown families. Not to blame, but to understand. And more importantly, to learn how to loosen the grip of responsibility that was never meant to be yours. Take a breath. You're not broken. You're responding exactly the way you were taught to survive. Step one, understand where this responsibility actually comes from. In many Brown families, love is not spoken, it's demonstrated through sacrifice. Our parents and grandparents lived through colonization, migration, poverty or financial instability, political unrest, rigid gender roles, emotional repression, and community surveillance. You know, log kya kahenge, or what will people say? In those environments, individual needs were dangerous. Survival depended on cohesion, obedience, and duty. So children weren't raised to explore who they were. They were raised to contribute, to comply, and to carry weight, especially daughters. You may have been the emotional translator between adults, the peacemaker during conflict, the helper who never said no, the one who understood even when it hurt, or the strong one who didn't need much. And when you did that well, you were praised. So your poor nervous system learned that love is how useful you are, safety is compliance, belonging meant self sacrifice, and your worth was determined by how much you carry. This is generational trauma. Not one dramatic event, but a pattern passed down quietly. Your parents may have never said, take care of everyone, but their stress, silence, expectations, and emotional absence taught you exactly that. And now, as an adult, your body still believes if I stop holding everything together, something bad will happen. But this is the truth. You are not responsible for keeping the family system emotionally stable. That was never a child's job. Step two, separate respect from self abandonment. One of the hardest parts of healing in a Brown family is this fear. If I stop overfunctioning, I'm being disrespectful. We were taught that respecting elders means not questioning, not refusing, not prioritizing ourselves, absorbing discomfort quietly, and carrying emotional weight without complaining. But let me reframe something gently. Respect is not the same as self erasure. You can honor your culture without destroying yourself, and you can love your family without parenting them emotionally. Here's how responsibility turns into self abandonment. You say yes when your body says no. You absorb emotions that aren't yours. You fix problems you didn't create. You carry guilt that doesn't belong to you, and you silence your needs to keep the peace. Ask yourself this powerful question: if I don't do this, what am I afraid will happen? Often, the answer is something like, they'll be disappointed, they'll think I'm selfish, there will be a fight, or I'll be rejected. That fear doesn't mean that your boundary is wrong. It means that your nervous system learned that love was conditional. Healing begins when you say, I can respect my elders and respect myself. I can care without carrying, and I can love without losing myself. This is not rebellion. This is differentiation, a healthy adult process that our culture rarely taught us. Step 3: practice releasing responsibility in small, safe ways. You don't heal generational trauma by dropping everything overnight. You heal it gradually, with compassion for yourself. Here are some practical ways to begin releasing responsibility. Number 1, stop anticipating everyone's needs. Notice when you rush to fix, soothe, or manage before anyone asks. Pause and ask, is this actually my responsibility? If not, let the moment breathe. Discomfort does not mean danger. Number 2, set emotional boundaries. You are allowed to say, I can't hold this right now, or that's something you may need to handle, or even, I'm not able to help with this. You don't have to be cold, just clear. Number 3, allow others to feel disappointed. This is one of the hardest lessons. Disappointment is part of adulthood, even in families. You are not responsible for protecting others from uncomfortable emotions. Let them have their feelings without making it your burden. Number 4, release the role of the family fixer. You are not the therapist. You are not the mediator. And you are certainly not the emotional shock absorber. If adults choose not to heal, that is their path, not your failure. We all choose how we want our souls to evolve. You could be interrupting their karma by always stepping in. Are you not already doing too much? And lastly, number 5, choose yourself without over explaining. You don't need a 20-minute justification to rest, say no, or step back. A simple, I'm not available for that, is enough. Every time you do this, you are teaching your inner child, I will protect you now. You are the adult you needed when you were a child. Now let's do a closing affirmation. Take a deep breath with me. You are not selfish. You are not heartless. You are not failing your family. You were a child who learned to carry too much too soon. And now you are an adult learning to put some of it down. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to choose yourself. You are allowed to stop being responsible for everyone's emotions. You are allowed to live a life that feels light, spacious, and true. You can honor your ancestors by healing what they couldn't. You can love your family without losing yourself. And you can create a future where responsibility is shared, not silently shouldered by you. Tell yourself gently, I release what was never mine to carry. I choose peace. I choose myself. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. See you next time.